Quinn Hughes has been traded to the Minnesota Wild in a blockbuster move. The Canucks receive top six center Marco Rossi, blue chip puck-moving defenseman Zeev Buium, Swede Liam Ohgren, and a first-round pick. How does this impact both teams going forward, and what does it mean for Elias Pettersson? Let's get into it. So the Canucks, they get a second-line center in Marco Rossi. Is he the biggest guy? No. But he's talented, he's tenacious, and he's definitely a second-line center. So now he slots in behind Elias Pettersson and ahead of Filip Chytil, if he's healthy, and Aatu Raty. They also get an excellent replacement for Quinn Hughes with a left-handed puck-moving defenseman. He's young. He's got tons of upside. What do the Minnesota Wild get? They get a franchise defenseman who will complement Kirill Kaprizov, and they're hoping that he can try and bring them far into the playoffs as soon as possible. There's risk for the Minnesota Wild because Quinn Hughes' contract is up in 2027. So they're going to have to try and convince Quinn Hughes that they are the team for him. And they also gave up a top six centerman, someone that's been shopped for some time in Marco Rossi. They gave up Zeev Buium, who they view as someone that can maybe become a Quinn Hughes, but he's not there yet. And the Wild want to win now. The window, in their eyes, is now. Liam Ohgren, who can be a middle six forward. He's got a good shot, former first-round pick, and a first-round pick. So, in their eyes, with Quinn Hughes, we should make the playoffs. That first-round pick will not be in danger of becoming a top 10 pick. Now, how does this change the Canucks' timeline? Because I thought that the Canucks would only be able to get futures for Quinn Hughes, considering a contending team would not want to trade a core roster player for him. But the Wild were able to move Marco Rossi, who they didn't view as someone that was really a pivotal piece to a championship run. Maybe they had questions themselves about his size in the playoffs. We know that Bill Guerin is trying to build a Team USA Olympic team with physical, bigger players. And they also gave up, again, Zeev Buium, who is not at a dominant, he's not dominant yet. He's not going to impact a playoff series, put them over the top. But the Canucks, what they get here is they get young future core pieces that kind of slot in well with each other. Elias Pettersson is 27 years old and signed until 2032. So perhaps now they will not trade Elias Pettersson. Or will they? Elias Pettersson, he makes $11.6 million for another 6 years after this one. And perhaps the Canucks want to have a fresh start as an organization. Perhaps they can move him for futures. A young center to replace him this season. Maybe another piece, like another defenseman, another first-round pick, and another prospect. It's hard to say, but the Canucks historically have not been a team with an ownership that is interested in a full rebuild. So in the meantime, you get Elias Pettersson as your first-line center. You have Marco Rossi as your second-line center. Filip Chytil, health concerns. We don't know. But he's clearly a middle six center. And then you have Aatu Raty, who's proved that he can be probably a solid third-line center with physicality, face-offs. So it'll be interesting to see. The vultures will be circling the Canucks to see if they can pry someone like Elias Pettersson or Filip Hronek out of Vancouver. What do you think? Comment down below.